Hi everyone, my name is Logan Underwood. I am a 30-year-old wife, mama, and labor and delivery nurse, and a Beachbody coach. I've been married to my high school sweetheart, Levi, for 5 years now, and we have two amazing kiddos. Lucy is 4 and Luke is 2. So I'm making this video today just to share a little bit about my background and how and why I got started with Beachbody, and also why I keep going. Why it has become such an integral part of my life. So this is my why. I've always wanted to be a mom, and I was very blessed to become pregnant with Lucy very quickly after we decided to start having a family. But I'm not gonna lie, my world was rocked after she was born. I was completely overwhelmed with trying to keep this tiny human fed and happy and alive on practically non-existent sleep. And this was my first experience with really living in like survival mode. So my husband's a farmer, and he works really long around the clock hours for a good majority of the year, between planting and harvesting and water and everything. And I was still working full time as a labor and delivery nurse after Lucy was born. I worked day-night flex, and so I was constantly flipping back and forth between working days and nights. And honestly, I was barely keeping my head above water. My days off of work basically consisted of preparing for when I was going to be at work again. It was survival mode activities, only included grocery shopping, laundry, basic things to, keep us running here. But never any time for fun or to enjoy my family. I was crying myself to sleep at night because my heart hurt to be leaving this little baby for 13 to 14 hours a day. And it felt like this huge elephant was sitting on my chest like, all the time. And I didn't know how much longer I could keep living life this way, constantly in survival mode. But bless Levi's heart, he was able to work things out for me to be able to reduce my hours, first to part-time. So I dropped from 3 shifts a week to 2 nights only. And then after 6 months of that, I was able to drop down to per diem, which is basically like 1 shift a month, 1 shift a week, so that I could be home with Lucy more. And by now, Luke came along, and I was learning how to navigate life with a 2-year-old and an infant. Levi was working even longer hours because of new farming opportunities, which left me to care for the kids solo, day in and day out. Now, this was exactly what I wanted, to be at home with my kids. But I had no idea how exhausting it was going to be the person that these 2 tiny people depended on for everything. It was nonstop feeding and changing diapers and nap times all day, every day. It was difficult to leave the house to do anything because somebody was always napping, or I was breastfeeding the baby, or to be honest, I was just too tired. I had no energy. I wasn't exercising. I was eating leftover scraps off of Lucy's high chair, because I didn't have enough hands to make myself like a decent meal. I wasn't reading any personal development or doing anything to enrich my mind. I was counting down the minutes until they were going to go down for their naps or go down for bed. I wasn't the mom that I ever imagined myself being. I was crumbling, and I was losing myself. I was uncomfortable in my skin, in my postpartum body. I was lonely. I was so lonely. I was to my breaking point and I needed help. This is when Beachbody entered my life. It was August of 2015. Lucy was 2.5 and Luke was 9 months old. And I saw a post that an Instagram girlfriend had shared of her 90-day transformation using 21 Day Fix and PiYo and Shakeology. And my jaw hit the floor when I saw how amazing she looked. And here she was, a mama of 2, and her kids were younger than mine. She was also breastfeeding. She also had a busy husband, and she was able to make the time to take care of herself. And she was glowing because of it. I knew that I needed to give it a shot. And, I was nervous because I had tried every quick fix in the book that never gave me results, that I quit after 2 weeks and wasted so much money on these miracle products that were going to change my life. But I took a leap of faith, and my coach took my hand and she promised me that I wasn't doing this by myself anymore, and that I was going to be successful, and that this time was going to be different. And she was right. I jumped in with both feet, and I knew within a week that this was it. I already had more energy. I was happier. I didn't cry when my husband left for work anymore, which was huge. I was able to play with my kids and take them to the park. The weight started coming off, and I started to gain confidence again. I could do this. I was doing this. I wasn't surviving on coffee and sandwich crusts and leftover mac and cheese anymore. I learned how to prepare foods ahead of time that I could make in a pinch to fuel my body. And my healthiest meal of the day, Shakeology, takes less than 2 minutes to blend up in the morning and gives me the fuel to keep up with my kids all day. I was working out for 30 minutes a day. That's it. That's all it took. I could squeeze it in during one of their naps. And while the workouts never got easier, I was getting stronger every single week. And my mood and my health and my whole life was changing for the better. So now, at 30 years old, I am the healthiest that I have ever been in my life. I continue to exercise every day. I drink my shake, and I read personal development. I have developed the most incredible friendships, seriously made the best friends that I'm going to have for my entire life. And these people push me to be my very best self every day. They won't let me settle. They push me to be my best. I have an incredible opportunity with coaching to reach out to those other moms that are struggling, those Logans of 2015 that can barely keep their head above water. And I get to show them how to live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives. This is goosebumps. My family is being blessed financially in very significant ways, and I'm really proud to be able to be contributing to our household income again. My kids have a mom that is present and happy. My husband has a wife that is strong and confident and energetic and loving. I've learned that I have to take the time to fill up my own cup so that I can fully pour into them. They deserve the very best version of me that I can give them. I can't imagine what our life would look like right now if I hadn't decided to take that leap of faith back in August of 2015 and not make that investment into myself. I don't want to imagine it. It was a really painful time, but it was necessary to go through in order to get me here, a happier, healthier, more confident version of myself. Thanks, guys.